Hi book lovers, it's Jenny at Julia Baby Jen, and this is my buddy reads for the Tome Topple. Okay, so I had done a video previously listing my TBR for the Tome Topple Readathon, which starts April 7th and runs through April 20th. The Tome Topple Readathon is a readathon that lasts 2 weeks, and it's all about reading big books, so books over 500 pages. I will link the challenge below, so if you want to check that out, you can. But anyway, I posted my TBR, and I had a lot of people comment and say that they wanted to buddy read some of these books that I had on my TBR with me, because I'd said that I needed people to buddy read with. And some people I'm like buddy reading with on Goodreads. They have different threads for some of these books, so I'll talk about them there. And I will link those in the description box as well if you are on Goodreads and want to talk about any of these books I'm going to mention. Not all of these books have a thread, but the ones that do, I will list below, and if you want to talk on Goodreads, that's fine too. But I thought, and to make things kind of simple, I would just make a spot where we could talk about our buddy reads. So this is it. So I'm going to link this in the TBR video. Hopefully everybody sees it that said they wanted to buddy read with me. If you still want to buddy read with me, you can do so when the readathon starts. I will leave comments on this video down below. I will post what I'm reading currently at the top. And if you want to chat about anything, any of these books, we can kind of read them together. That would be great. And we don't have to read them at the same time or anything. But if you're reading them about the same time I am, we can just chat about them if you want to. So I figured we could just do that in the comment section, and that'd be awesome. The only thing I'm going to ask is not to post spoilers, so other people don't get spoiled if they happen to be scrolling through the comments. So don't post any major spoilers down below. You can generally talk about the book or, you know, certain things. If you want to talk to me, like after we've read the book, you want to talk about like a twist or a big spoiler that happened, just message me, and we can just talk through message. Would be fine. And the other thing is, if you want to chat with me on Twitter, I just checked and there is no hashtag using hashtag TTJBJ, so Tome Topple Julia Baby Jen. So I'm going to use that hashtag to talk about my buddy reads on Twitter as well, or you can use the Tome Topple hashtag, but I might not see it though if you do that. There'll be a lot of people on there talking. Or you can, you know, tweet me directly. But either way, I thought hashtag TTJBJ, I'll link that below too in case you forget, would work really well for any of these readathons, and just say what book you're reading. So yeah, I just thought it might be kind of fun to have a central place for everybody to chat about buddy reads, and you can all chat with each other as well too, of course. And of course, like I said, we can chat in Goodreads, we can chat on Twitter. I'm good with any of that as well. So I'm going to go through the books again one more time so you know which books I'm reading. I have added 2 books to my TBR because I just couldn't help it. So I had to add 2 more. I don't know. Actually, I added 3 more now I think about it. And I don't know if I'll get all of these read now, but I'm hoping I can get half of them read, maybe finished, and then maybe start some of the others and keep going. We'll see. But I think I'm going to start the readathon with A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. And a lot of people wanted to read this series together. Oh, and I am reading A Darker Shade of Magic before the readathon starts, starting April 1st. And I have in my Goodreads group, I have a buddy read thread set up where we are going to be talking about Darker Shade of Magic. So if you want to chat with me about that, you can also chat with me down in the comments below, or I will leave a link to the buddy read that I'm doing on Goodreads if you want to go there and chat as well. That'd be fine too. I'll chat with you about books anywhere you want to find me. That's the whole point of social media. But anyway, so I'm going to start with A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab, which is the second book in this trilogy. This book, I put little posties in it with how many page numbers there are. This has 509 pages, so it just barely qualifies for Tome Topple, which made me so happy because I really wanted to read this series. And then I don't know if I'll continue right with this book. I think I will, but maybe I'll get burned out a little bit. We'll see. I heard there's a big cliffhanger, so I think I am going to want to just go right on to A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. So this is the third and final book in the trilogy, and these two books I definitely want to read for Tome Topple. They're like my top 2 books I want to read for Tome Topple, so these will get read. And this one is 624 pages. So yeah. And I had actually sat down and figured out how many page numbers I needed to read a day during Tome Topple on average if I wanted to finish all my TBR, the books I had on my TBR. That's changed now because I added 2, but at the time when I figured it, I only needed to read 264 pages every day, which isn't bad. That's a pretty normal reading for me, actually. I might be reading other books too, though, so that might cut in a little bit. But now I've added 2 more books, so I think I'll have to up that a little bit. Alright, so I've got A Gathering of Shadows and A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. I also have The Last Ever Actor. This is the School for Good and Evil, book 3. And so this one obviously you can only talk about with me if you've already read the first 2 and you're ready to move on to the 3rd book. The first 2, I don't know what the first one is. I don't think so. I know the second one is not. They're not over 500 pages. This one is. This one is 655 pages. So this definitely counts for Tome Topple, and I've really wanted to finish this series forever, and I'm excited to read this. Then I'm also going to be reading Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, which I'm really excited to finally get to this. And this one's 536 pages, so just over the mark. So this will work really well for Tome Topple. I'm really excited to chat with you all about this. I know a lot of people wanted to read this with me. Then I have A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas, and this one's a honker. This one's 624 pages. So yeah, I'm excited, really excited to finally read this. And then I have Brissinger by Christopher Paolini, and this one I think is the biggest, well, out of the original 6 that I picked, this is the biggest at 748 pages. And it doesn't seem like it's bigger than Court of Mist and Fury, but it is, and the words are smaller, I think, too. If I remember right, it takes a while to get through these books. I'm really hopeful I'll finish this, but I don't know for sure that I will. But I figured I would at least start it. I know Tome Topple is a lot more about how many pages you read than how many books you finish, because you're reading so many big books. But I do want to finish some of these books. So those were my original 6 that I had on my TBR, and they're still on there. So those I'm happy to buddy with anybody. Since then, I have added 2 more. This one came in the mail the other day, and I have been struggling so hard not to pick it up and read it. I just want to read it right now. And I decided, since it's over 500 pages, I was going to try to wait for Tome Topple. And that is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Look at how beautiful this book is. Oh my goodness, it's so shiny and beautiful. I love this book. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. So looking to see if they had any cool end papers, but I don't really think they do. This one is 532 pages, so it does count for Tome Topple. And I think a lot of people might be reading this since it just came out. So yeah, if you want to chat about this book with me, I would love to, because I love Laini Taylor, and I'm so excited. I had to add this to my TBR. Had to. And then the other book that I added was The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. I just finished The Heart of Betrayal, and I loved it. I loved Kiss of Deception, too. It took me forever to get to the 2nd book, but I finally did. Finished it, loved it, and I'm really ready to read the 3rd book. So that's why I kind of threw this on, because I really do want to read this book. This one's 679 pages, so it's a pretty hefty book. But they're pretty quick reads. The Kiss of Deception and Heart of Betrayal, I thought, were pretty quick reads. They're really good YA. So if anybody wants to read this with me or chat about this series with me, I would love to do that as well. So that has been added as well. And then I almost threw on A Game of Thrones, because I forgot about that book. I really want to read that series, and I thought I would read A Game of Thrones sometime this year. I wanted to read the first 2 in the series this year sometime, but then I thought, I've got too many books already on my TBR. I think I'll just wait on that one for maybe the next Tome Topple, or if I get in the mood, I might just pick it up and read it anyway. So I didn't add that. But I did add one more book, kind of a spontaneous thing. Alright, I have added Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I have been wanting to read this series forever, and I was talking to someone and they said they wanted to read this, and I'm like, you know what? I have this on audio and I keep meaning to pick it up in audio and I haven't. So I think I'm gonna try it. I don't think I'll finish it, but I definitely want to get started on it. It is like 32 hours of listening time, and I don't listen to that many hours a week on my audiobooks, but I figured I might be able to get through like half of it without a problem. So yeah, and then I thought this would be a great way to start it, and I love this narrator, Davina Porter. I love Davina Porter as a narrator, and that's why I went ahead and bought this as an audiobook instead of as a regular book, because I thought I might enjoy it a lot more listening to it. So I'm going to try this, and we'll see how it goes. So that actually gives me a total of 9 books on my TBR, and that is really ambitious, even for me, a major speed reader and all that, and I love big books, but that's pretty ambitious even for me. So we will see how this goes. I'm sure hoping I do well. But anyway, I will leave all the links to everything you need to know below. Like I said, I will have a pinned post comment on the top of what I'm currently reading and where I'm at in it. So you can just chat with me about whatever. And if you want to talk about any of these books at any time during the readathon, go right ahead and chat away. Like I said, just please don't post any major spoilers in the comments. If you do, number one, I'm going to get really mad at you. If I subscribe to you, I will unsubscribe. And I will end up probably just deleting the comment. But I just don't want to see it, and I don't want anybody else to see it. It's just not fair. So please do not post major spoilers in the comments. Just talk about general things and stuff you want to talk about. And like I said, if you wanted to talk about major spoilers, that's fine. Just message me directly so we can chat about it that way. So anyway, I hope everyone has a great time with this readathon. I'm really excited, and good luck, everyone. I will talk to you later.